All right, so now that you have your paper outlined here into 4 squares, you're going to draw 4 different monsters. Now, the monsters in the example were drawn by children much younger, so I have full confidence that you will be able to draw yours much cooler. But like I mentioned earlier, we are going to use organic and geometric shapes. Now, you're going to want to start with the eyes or the eye, okay? You don't have to use 2 because it's a monster. You can kind of do whatever you want here. But I'm going to start here in this square. I'm going to do just a one-eyed monster for this one. So we're not doing the full monster here. So you want to draw the eye pretty big. You're just kind of doing the head here. And so I'm going to do this for my eye, okay? Now, if you've seen Monsters, Inc., you can kind of think about a lot of the monsters that are in that movie for your inspiration, okay? So these circles right here are geometric shapes, okay? Now for the body of my monster, I'm gonna make it a little bit organic, okay? And I'm gonna make my monster a little bit more like a blob here, okay? So I came around, I kind of went out and then back in. So I'm gonna do the same on the other side. I'm gonna come down, out, kind of back in like this, okay? This is an organic shape, okay? Because it doesn't have any rules. I'm using just curvy lines, but at the same time, it just doesn't look like nothing. It looks like it has a purpose. So as I was looking at some of your other papers from the last project, a lot of you kind of just did whatever for your organic shapes and didn't have, it didn't look intentional. So with these organic shapes, you want to make it look intentional. Because I did it one way on this side, I want to do it the same way on this side because we want it to look like a monster, okay? All right, so this kind of look like his cheeks. All right, so I'm going to add a nice smile for him now, okay? This shape is a crescent. That is geometric, okay? I'm going to give him some little horns here. Okay, and if you want to add teeth, you can too. It might be kind of fun. Okay, so simple monster. I'm done with that quadrant here, okay? So then I was going to draw 3 more monsters here. I'm not going to do that now because you don't need to watch that, and I want to see some of your creativity too. But your focus is to use geometric, rectangles, circles, ovals. You can use squares if you want, but think about what you want to do before you start doing it. If you want to use a scrap piece of paper, you can kind of doodle a little bit to kind of figure out what you want to do, but at the same time, don't spend half of the class figuring out what you want to do. You only want to spend about 10 minutes coming up with ideas and then start drawing, okay? So you can practice on scrap paper, then finish on here, okay? Remember, this takes up almost this entire square, so you want to make sure you draw big. I don't want tiny little monsters here, okay? I want to see the head, all right? If you have some arms peeking out, like maybe some tentacles, that's fine. You can do that, but use the space, okay? So then we have 4 squares, okay? There are only 3 pairs of complementary colors. So in the last square, so if I used blue and orange here, yellow and purple, green and red, this last square, you can either do all the colors on the color wheel, so red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple, or you can do it black and white, okay? You can make that choice here, okay? All right, that's it. Have fun.